Welcome, and today we're going to be making a tier list. Now, this tier list may not be the best tier list, but it's going to be the best tier list. If you get it, we're making a tier list today, and we're going to be making a tier list on every single attack type in Naruto Shinobi Striker. This took a lot of energy out of me, especially these ads. They're killing me at this point. But this took a lot of energy out of me. So if we can get this video to like, let's get this video to 100 likes, and I might do another one if y'all want me to do another tier list. But without that, let's get started. Okay, so starting the best tier list that y'all have ever seen on this YouTube site, and yes, this is going to be the best. It's not going to be biased. It's not going to be favoritism. It's going to be just all pure stats. Yeah, all pure stats. But alright, so first we're gonna start with is Naruto, right? As y'all know, Naruto is the main protagonist, the most plot armor in Naruto, talking no jutsu at its finest. And how we gonna be doing this is basically gonna be talking about his jutsus, his ultimate, and maybe his substitution. It's basically how I'm feeling today. Basically how I'm feeling. But I feel like Naruto Shinobi Striker as a non-DLC, because he is a non-DLC. I feel as though altogether this is trash. I'm sorry, he's garbage. His jutsus are fodder. The only good jutsu I think that Naruto has is a Rasengan. That Sage Art. Alright, let me calm down real quick, because I feel like I'm foddering this man a little bit too much right now. So Naruto jutsus altogether is okay at best. So his Rasengan is a move basically as he uses the anime. He forms a Rasengan in his hand and he will charge at the opponent. Now his Rasengan, it can not break guards, but if the guard is low, it can maybe break their guards, but you can also block it and you won't take that much damage, but you still will fly back from the move. Now his Sage Art Wind Style Rasengan, the one that you throw at the opponent, can easily be dodged. That move is garbage. If you put that on, and if I see you have that on, just leave the lobby for me. Don't come back. What are you doing? Just go somewhere. Why are you using that move out of all tech types? You decided in your brain to use Sage Art Wind Style Rasengan. I'm not gonna get there right now, but listen, that Sage Art Wind Style Rasengan is low-key the worst move out of all tech types. You can dodge that move so easily by just random can do it. Listen, it's the easiest move to dodge in this game. Now you might be wondering, alright, what else that mean? Now the Sage Art Rasengan is also good in the way, but you have to combo it with another move. So say if I'm using Kawaki's Imperial Wrath, and then I hit them with the Imperial Wrath to a smoke bomb, and then I use the Sage Art Wind Style Rasengan, then actually it might work and you can lower their defense while also comboing them. So that's why I'm not gonna put him as a low bottom tier, because his jutsu is good, but you have to combo them up with other jutsus. Now getting to his substitution is bottom tier. Like it's the same as all regular substitutions. It's just a regular substitution, and the thing that makes it worse is that it's only one. So once you use it, you're gonna have to wait again. It has no other side effects. You can't hit nobody off it. It doesn't electrocute them or lower their defense as other substitutions do. It's kind of bottom tier if you say to me. And his ultimate, don't me get me started on that man ultimate. That man ultimate is fodder. If you flat out use his ultimate, you're not hitting nobody. I'm sorry, but you're not hitting nobody if you use Naruto's ultimate flat out. Like, it's just not hitting nobody. Now, like I said before, if you hit him with like an Imperial Wrath to a smoke bomb and then use his ultimate, I can see you getting somewhere. But if you're just flat out using his ultimate, it's not going nowhere. But with all that being said, I can say that Naruto is a flat out S tier. I cannot lie to you. This shit is alright. Let me stop playing right now. Alright, he's kind of like a he's kind of like a I see. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not trying to get flamed in the comments, so I can say he's a B tier. I'll give him C tier. Alright, he's a C tier at best. I'm not gonna give him a full flat out D tier, because like I said before, his Rasengan is somewhat good and his Sage Art is somewhat good if you can combo it up well as his ultimate. Now he's a C tier, and that's the best I can give him. I'm not gonna put him as a flat out D tier, because honestly I don't think none of these characters is a flat out D tier. I think the bottom they can go as a C tier. Now, like I said before, there's no biases on, but if I had to put somebody on D tier, alright, stop playing. Now, for the next character we're going to be going for Shisui. Alright. I know I can't wait to get to this boy. Let me tell y'all one thing about my boy Shisui. It doesn't matter what game he's in, he's high tier. He's S tier, no lower than. You know what? He doesn't even deserve an S tier. He deserves more than an S tier. I need a row above him. He's too good to be worth just an S tier. This man is an S tier. You know what? S tier is the best tier for my boy Shisui. And if you have a problem with that, you can rubble me in the comments. I do not care. Now the reason Shisui is an SS tier is because I'm biased. Listen, I'm biased, and if you have a problem with that, you can unsubscribe. Alright, please don't unsubscribe. I was just playing right there. You don't gotta do all that. But listen, Shisui is an SS tier character. Now that may just be biased, like I said before, but he's an SS tier character. Now his jutsus consist of the Uchiha Flame. Did I even see that right? Hold up. Did I even Uchiha Flame? Ah, fuck. Okay, Uchiha Flame, I think that's a whole defense type move from somebody else. So to start off this boy, he has Halo Dance. I think I got it mixed up with another move, but Halo Dance is one of his moves. Now with Halo Dance, you can basically like hit the opponent 3 times at max, and on the first hit, you can take away their substitution, and the last 2 hits are just basically regular hits. They don't do that much damage, but it's still damage at the end of the day. And you can also combo them up if you get a 14 hit combo. So say you run out your combo hit, and then you use Uchiha style dance, it still will connect the hits with the combos, so you can make your combos a little bit last and long if you want to. Now his next move is one of the best moves I can say that Tech Types has. It's the Uchiha style Ubukurumo. Now the Ubukurumo, you can say that if it's not S tier, then it's SS tier. That's why my boy Shisui is SS tier. He has one of the best moves in the game. Listen, the Ubukurumo, that and the Imperial Wrath is SS tier to me, because I feel like the Ubukurumo, like, you know, if you don't know, it boosts your speed, and it boosts basically all your stats, and it has one more effect that you can pull the shuriken near you, and it will take away the opponent's substitution. Now, other than that, his Halo Dance and the Uchiha style Ubukurumo is basically the best moves for if you want to like run pit basically. And as for his substitution, you have the Swift Step. Now the Swift Step is also a good substitution, if not good, then one of the best substitutions, because if you get hit and then you sub using the Swift Step, you can move away and you can be able to come faster. And it also does something else. I forgot what it actually does. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, so it basically boosts your speed, your jumping ability, and tech tracking. So that's basically what the Swift Step substitution does. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the better substitutions, other than somebody over here down at C tier right now. But yeah, his secret technique is Kodo. Now Kodo, if y'all don't know about Kodo, I feel like Kodo is the best substitute. I feel as though Kodo is one of the best ultimates for a tech type, because once you use it, it's basically give you a limited amount of substitutions, and you can also give the limited amount of substitutions to your teammate if you're playing like flag, base, or combat. Once you pop Kodo, you and your teammates will have a limited amount of substitutions, and it has another effect when you activate it again. It confuses all enemies. Now, just by me saying that, you can tell that it's banned in a couple of things. Like, people don't like to use Kodo, especially if you're playing 1v1 in the pit, or if you're playing like you and your clan, if it's playing another clan, they be like, alright, we need to ban Kodo. We can't use Kodo that much because it's kind of annoying, especially if you know how to use it right, and especially if people jump you. It's kind of annoying. But with all that being said, as you can see, Shisui is an SS tier character. He's more than the S tier. He's way more than the A tier. He's not even close to a B tier. He's an SS tier character. And if you have ever problem with that, you can come to my face and... Now, for our next character, we're going to be reviewing Kawaki. Now, like I said before, Kawaki and Shisui have one of the best, if not the best, jutsus and ultimates in the game. Now, he's not like Shisui, so he's not gonna get the good old SS tier, but I will put him in S tier. He's S tier, but not SS tier because I'm biased, okay? I said it before, I'm biased, so get with it. Kawaki's S tier, that's the highest I can give him, but the reason he's S tier is because his jutsus. Now, like I said before, his jutsus consist of Strange Taste and Imperial Wrath. Imperial Wrath is one of the most broken jutsus in the game. If you don't think so, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to go actually try this man out. If you can't get this man, then I feel sorry for you, because I know you be getting Imperial Wrath by 3 different people at the same time. Trust me. Trust me, I had it done to me before. But in all seriousness, his Imperial Wrath is good because once you hit the opponent, it takes away their substitution. It puts their substitution on basically a timer, so it diminishes it for like 5 seconds, I think, around that time. And you can also stun them with it. So if you use Imperial Wrath with a smoke bomb or a flash bomb, you can it's kind of OP because you can just, do them dirty. Or if you hit the Asuma Knuckle Knives, you can Imperial Wrath, Asuma Knuckle Knife to a smoke bomb. Without to the attack go down, Asuma Knuckle Knife. You get the point. It's basically OP. And it also got one more effect after you use the Imperial Wrath. It has another move which you can pull out a scythe or make a makeshift scythe out of your arm. As you can see by the picture, I try to get a picture that can resemble that. As you can see by his hand, you can see the little sword thing that's coming out of his arm. Basically, he pulls that out for his second move and his second effect, and it can actually do more damage than the first attack. So yeah, it's kind of OP. Now for his substitution is emergency exit. Now emergency exit is one of the best substitutions that came out for attack types because attack types cannot heal. They can heal if you have a full pill, but say if you don't want to run a full pill, like I said, say if you want to run Imperial Wrath with smoke bombs, you're not going to be healing that much. But with emergency exit, if your opponent hits you and you sub, you will gain back half of your health bar back. So the move is basically OP. It's basically OP, especially if you have that the little skill that gives you your ninjutsu, that gives you your substitution back faster. Yeah, it's kind of broken if you use that. But emergency exit is definitely a S tier move, S tier substitution in my opinion. So that's why Kawaki is basically an S tier. And for his ultimate is basically the move that he used to trash Naruto with. It's called the Ritual Destruction Karma Lynch Pin. Now with Karma Lynch Pin, you would basically form a scientific ninja claw or thingy. I don't know what it is honestly, but you charge at the opponent with it, and it will create all these scientific spikes that would go through the opponent. And after that, you will put your arm down. Then you would do like a little disrespectful hand movement. Like it's disrespectful. Like it's disrespectful. Okay, if you get hit with that, I'm sorry, but it's over for you, my boy. But once you get hit by that, it literally causes an explosion. Now, not only will the opponent that you hit it with will get exploded, but if anybody else that's not on your team is in the surrounding area, then they will also get blown up. So it's basically a 5-hit combo for whoever's in that area with you. If y'all in that area when you use that ultimate, just say GG's, my boy. It's over for it. But basically, that's the reason why I'm putting Kawaki in S tier. So yeah. Now for our next character I'm going to be getting into, we're going to be using Kakashi. Now Kakashi, I might be running with, what is he, a S tier, a A tier, a B tier, a C tier, a D tier? Well, he's a D tier. He's a D tier. On to the next person. But in all honesty, I don't think Kakashi is a whole D tier. If you want me to be serious, I think he's a C tier around what Naruto is. The reason I think he's a C tier is because he only has one good move, and that's his Sharingan. Everything else is kind of fodder. His Chidori is fodder. You can get a better Chidori for the range types. His Kamui Chidori for the range type is better than his regular Chidori. His Chidori really is just a regular Chidori, you know what I'm saying? Does like 3 hits or 2 hits, I think, at the most. And you can travel with the Chidori. This is why he's not a D tier, because I would put him at a D tier. But Chidori can also travel to far distances if you're using it for flag battle. So that's the reason why I say he's C tier. It's not that bad, but it's bad at the same time. Now for his next move, like I said before, is Sharingan. Now the Sharingan should bump him up to a B tier. It should bump him up to a B tier, but at the same time, I'm still saying he's as a C tier because his ultimate and everything is not that good either. You can dodge his ultimate and everything else at the same well. It's the same thing with Naruto. His ultimate is Kamui. Basically, if you don't know, it can transfer somebody to a different dimension. Like I said before, if you can combo it up with another move, then it's better than the C tier. But if you're just playing Pit and you're just using it as a regular character, if you're just using his regular moves, it's a C tier and all in general if you're really thinking about it. So that's basically why I'm putting him in C tier. And he's a C tier character in the Naruto series too. He's just a C tier character, man. Now for our next character, we're going to be using Burrito. Boruto, y'all might be running, oh, this man is C tier. This man is a B tier. No, this man is actually he's actually around a S tier to a A tier. Now I might be running with I'm kind of confused with whether to put him at S tier or A tier because his jutsus are low-key really good, and his ultimate is low-key really good as well if you combo it right with the right jutsu. So that's what I'm saying. You know what? Honestly, I think he's an S tier. For personally, for my perspective, I think he's an S tier. Now I'm going to begin to why the reason I think Boruto's an S tier Shinobi Striker type class. Now for our next person we're going to be using for the next character, it's going to be Killer B. Now with Killer B, he's around I guess a B tier character. I feel like he's a B tier. Yeah, I can see he's a B tier character. Now the reason I'm saying he's a B tier character is because of his jutsus and his ultimate once again. Now his jutsus consist of octopus hug and acrobatic technique. Now the reason y'all might be like, oh, that's probably should be an A tier character. No, at the same time, because his moves, well, one of his moves you can easily bait out. His acrobatic technique, you can bait out that move unless they just trying to jump you and really trying to kill you right there. Then as an S tier move. But if you're just randomly using it, then it's not that good. Like you have to have smarts to use that move. But if you use it correctly, then it's broken in a way. That's why he's a B tier character. Now for his octopus hug. That's a move that you can attach to the opponent with the octopus limbs, and it will take away their substitution and also stun them for a second of time. Now that move can be an A tier or S tier, but they kind of patched it in one of the recent patch notes, so it's not as good as it was before, but it's still good to use, especially if you use like Imperial Raffle Fit or if you use the Asuma Knuckle Knives. It's kind of good in a way. Now for his ultimate, it's going to be the 8 Tails Charcoal Coat. Basically, you gain like the little aesthetic of the 8 Tails Jinchuriki move, the QB move, and it also gives you like a boost in some of your stats. And it also has like another move when you spin in a circle, dealing damage to anybody around you. Now it can be around an A tier character, no more than an A tier character. But to me, if you're just trash on him or you're not that good, then he's basically just a random B tier character, and that's it basically for this man right here. Now to start off our next character, we're going to be going over Pain. Now Pain is neither a D tier, C tier, or a S tier. He's around A tier or a B tier, but in all reality, I think that he's a B tier with Killer B. If not, then I think maybe he's a little bit above Killer B, but I think Killer B is still above him. Like I said, if you're smart with Killer B, then his moves are OP. Now with Pain, the moves he come with is Almighty Push and Universal Pull. Now Universal Pull can be a good move, like I said, if you're smart and you use it right. So say if you had Glimmering Flame and you throw the Glimmering Flame by using a Universal Pull and pulling the opponent towards you, OP. Or if you're using Almighty Push and you got him in a combo, a little kickstart combo, then you Almighty Push him, you know, it's not OP, but it's good the same way for attack types. So he's a B tier character, but he's not over Killer B. Now his ultimate consists of Planetary Devastation. Now with that one, you basically charge to the opponent. It's like the same thing that Madara did, but with that one, he dropped two of them. He dropped two of them hoes. I don't know how he did that, but he was on some god tier with that. But with this one, you basically charge to the opponent, lift them up into the air, and slam them down while putting them inside these whole bunch of rocks and dealing a whole bunch of damage. But I feel like he's still a B tier. Now his substitution, I think, is regular. Yeah, his substitution is just a regular substitution with the log. That shit is trash. But if you throw that on, just take it off. It's trash right there. He's not really thinking about it. I feel as though he really is he's a D tier type. No, he's not a D tier, but he's a B tier character. I feel as though. You know what? See, now C tier looking real good for him right now. After me really going over it, I feel as though C tier is looking real good for him right now. But just because of his jutsus and the ninjutsus, see, the ninjutsus be saving him low key. With his jutsus, you can use ninjutsus in a variety, not that much of a variety, but yeah, I feel like he's a B tier lower behind Killer B right here. Now, with only 5 more characters to go, we're going to be going over Rockley. Now, Rockley. Rockley. See, in the anime, you was good at first, and then Naruto Shippuden, they just did you dirty. You ain't get that much screen time, and it was just like, I feel sad for you, my boy. I feel very sad for you, my boy. But in all seriousness, as a Shinobi Striker character, I feel as though he's around C tier. And if not around C tier, then yeah, I feel as though he's C tier. behind Kakashi. I feel as though it's Naruto, Kakashi, then Rockley. Now Rockley, his Leaf Rising Wind used to be OP, I think, when the game first came out, but nowadays it's good, but not as good as it used to be. Same thing with his Leaf Flash. Now with his Leaf Rising Wind and his Leaf Flash, they can get put in other combos. So see, like I said before, if you have like a 14 trophy combo and you're about to drop them, you can use the Leaf Rising Wind or the Leaf Flash to hit them again, and it will still count towards the combo and it will still do damage. But other than that, his jutsus is not really that, it's kind of trash. It's kind of trash if you ask me. Now for our next character, we're going to be going over Minato Namikaze. Now for Minato, y'all might be running, oh, this man's a straight A tier. No, he might be an S tier. No, he might be an S. No, he's not SS tier. Only that boy from my boy Shisui. But Minato is a run a B tier character. For me, in fact, you see how there's nobody in A tier for real, because A tier, oh my god, just burnt right there. A tier is kind of like, A tier is kind of hard. Now, I feel like A tier could be like for somebody for like Hashirama or somebody like that. But for B tier, I feel like he's a light above Pain in effect, because just for his jutsus. Now, his first jutsu is Flying Rajan Jutsu, the level 1 basically. And for this one, you'll throw kunai, and then wherever that kunai is placed, you can teleport back to it. Now, y'all might be wondering, what am I talking about? That jutsu is garbage. Now, the jutsu is not garbage if you use it in flag battles. Now, or base battles, you can say also. So say if you're trying to capture the flag, right? The flag is almost captured already. You just need to get it for like a second or two. You can place the kunai on a wall. You can hurry up and run to the flag, get the flag, and then teleport to wherever your kunai was just was, and that's an easy run back to the flag. I used it a couple times in some of my other flag matches, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I got the flag so many times, it was ridiculous. And that move is low-key good, but you have to use it right. Like I said with Killer Bee and Ping, the B tier characters are the characters that should be in A tier, but just because their jutsus are somewhat, you can somewhat get out of them, or you can somewhat know what they're doing, it's still good if you know how to do it, right. So that's why he's basically a B tier character. And his other jutsu is a Flying Rajan level 2. Now with this one, you basically throw a kunai at the opponent, and then he will teleport over their head, releasing a Rasengan. Now with this one, you can combo it up with other jutsus. This jutsu is around like a run a B tier move, because at the same time you can substitute out of the move sometimes. Most of the time you can substitute out of the moves, but if you get them in a good combo, then I don't think they can substitute out of it. And it does a lot of damage if you got Power of Spades on. But with all that said, his jutsu, not his jutsu, his ultimate is the circle dance hollow thing. Now this jutsu is kind of garbage. This ultimate is kind of garbage, especially now. I don't know what they did to it, but before it used to be able to one-tap people with it. But nowadays it's like, if they have a little bit more amount of health than you did when you went to one-tap, they're not dying. So say if they got full health, or at least half of their full health, and you hit them with the ultimate, 9 times out of 10, they're not dying. They're not dying. Like, you have to have these dudes at half of health or half of health, like, for them to actually kill him with it. Now, I can say that this jutsu is also a good jutsu for flag battles. If you use the ultimate and then you want to like hurry and get back to your base if you're in a clutch situation, you can use the jutsu, throw it around the area, and then it will transport you further than where you was before. It's basically, he's basically a good travel person if you want to play flag matches. Now for our next character, we're going to be using Hashirama. Now Hashirama is a high B tier. I believe he's a high B tier, low A tier, but in general, for real, Hashirama, in all honesty, I can probably say that he gotta be a B tier. I feel like I don't think nobody's really like an A tier. If they're an A tier, then they're basically a S tier character. That's why I really didn't put nobody. I feel as though nobody's an A tier character, because if you're an A tier, then you're basically an S tier, because you gotta have a move that can search you to S tier character. And if you're a B tier, then you should be an A tier, but your jutsus can be overlooked, and people can get out of your jutsus if you don't use them right. So for Ashirama, I can say that he's around he's behind Minato. I feel as though he's behind Minato. No, he may be behind Ping too. He may be behind Ping too in a way. Yeah, I can say that he's behind pain. I feel as though Ashirama is behind pain. Now y'all might be running a while. His Wood Dragon Jutsu is good. You know, it sucks off their health and it also takes away their ninjutsu. But his second jutsu, the Laughing Buddha jutsu, come on, trust, who really uses that move? Come on, be honest with me. Who uses the Laughing Buddha jutsu? I haven't seen nobody use that move since the Renaissance. Come on now, I haven't seen nobody use that move. And if they use that move, then they're using the Hashirama character. They're using the Hashirama character if they're using that move. To be honest, I feel as though he is behind pain. That's just my opinion now. Listen, listen. This tier list might get you mad, but you gotta understand one thing. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, my boy. This is my tier list. If you have a problem with it, come meet me. And finally, for our last two characters, we're going to put my guy at a high B tier. Now, my guy's a high B tier just because of his youthful war, his dynamic entry, and also his ultimate. Now, his ultimate can put him in A tier. But like I said, the jutsus that you can get out of the jutsus if you really pay it, and if you know what they're doing, and if you're good enough, you can get out of the jutsus. But sometimes you can't. So he can be like a low 8, like a low, maybe like a low 8 tier. But like I think he's the best out of all of these characters in the B tier. With his youthful war that can stun people if you get him in a gun combo enough, and his dynamic entry which can one tap an opponent if you use the right stuff. I seen people one tap me with dynamic entry. They've been annoying. They'll use universal pull with the flames and they'll dynamic entry my ass to outer space. Like, it's annoying, my boy. It's annoying. And his ultimate is the 8 inner gates formation, which you will gain all the powers, but it comes at a cost. If you use his dragon thing, then you'll die. But if you don't use it, then you'll still die. So that's another reason why he's a B tier and not really an A tier, because his ultimate is a sacrifice, especially if you're using it in a combat battle. So you better use that boy right, because if you don't, your teammates will get mad at you, my boy. Now for the character of the day, we have Naruto the Hokage mode, and this boy is a straight D tier. I'm sorry, end of the video. I'll see y'all next time. We out. Say no, but in all honesty, this man is an S tier. Now he might be the, I don't know who's better out of him and Kawaki, but I'll say that Naruto is better than Kawaki. Because Kawaki moves, you can get out of him too if you pay attention. So I feel like as though Naruto is better than Kawaki in the S tier mode. Now for his jutsus, they consist of the Rasen Rampage, the Kurama Twin Impact, and the Kurama Link mode. If you have Naruto the Hokage mode and you use he uses jutsus himself or yourself, fucking you use his jutsus yourself, or you seen somebody use his jutsus while you're in a pit or in a combat battle. His Kurama Link mode is OP as hell. You get way faster than you ever have been if you use 8 inner gates or something like that. And it also has another move which is called Fox Blast, which you can attack everybody that's not everybody that's around you, but people that's in front of you, and you can like one tap them. That's the power of the second part of his move. Now his Rasen Rampage, you will create 4 arms out of Kurama arms and use the 4 Rasengan to hit the opponent up in the air and also smack him down to the ground while pushing him far away. And his Kurama Twin Impact, his Rasen Rampage was the first move I'll talk about, and his Kurama Twin Impact is the one when you form one hand from a Kurama and smack the opponent down to the ground. Now with the Kurama Twin Impact, it takes away their substitution. And it does something else, but I'm not sure exactly what it does. I use his character, but I don't really use his moves specifically. Like I said, I'm a Shisui boy, so I use Shisui all the time, you know what I'm saying? But his character is around an S tier character. And I feel as though this tier list, you know, it's kind of good, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of trash. Some people made other decisions, like they may put, you know, a Shisui down in D tier, but if y'all do that, then it's just fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? But they might put Ashirama in A tier, or they might put, you know, Pain in A tier, or Rockley. I don't know whoever do that, but you better go in D tier. Just look at you. Yeah, you're D tier today. But yeah, this is my tier list, and if y'all have any problem with it, I don't care. I don't care, my boy. I don't care, man. Listen, man, if y'all really like this video, you know, drop that like, you know, subscribe if y'all already know, because this tier is the best tier out of everybody else's tier, and I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done.